Today, Afghanistan defied the U.S. and set free 65 detainees from a high-security prison. The U.S. warned that the men are Taliban fighters who would go back to the battlefield, but Afghan President Hamid Karzai said this was his call, not America's. Relations are getting worse by the day. Karzai refuses to sign a deal that would allow about 10,000 Americans to stay to train Afghan forces after most U.S. troops pull out at the end of this year. Talks to end Syria's civil war will continue tomorrow in Geneva. The UN mediator warned today that failure is staring them in the face, nearly 3 years after Syrians rose up against the Assad dictatorship. Clarissa Ward got a sense of the suffering from a mother who traveled to Geneva to demand answers to a mystery.
Tell me why you killed my son!
Outside the hotel where the Syrian government delegation is staying, Fatima Khan cried for justice.
Answer this, mother!
She wants to know how her son ended up dead in a Syrian prison. Dr. Abbas Khan, a British orthopedic surgeon and father of two, traveled to rebel-held Syria to treat the victims of the country's civil war in November 2012. He disappeared 2 days later. Last July, his mother made the dangerous journey to Damascus to search for him, while her daughter Sarah waited in London.
She went to every diplomatic mission, she went to every official, and she revisited these people. She didn't just go once, she kept going back. She sat for hours.
After 2 weeks, Fatima was summoned to the Ministry of Justice. Abbas was brought in. She barely recognized him.
He was a skeleton, and he started crying. He said, "Mummy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please take me from here. I didn't do anything wrong."
He had marks all over his arms. He had skin infections. She said there were cigarette burns in his feet. He had missing nails.
Fatima spent 6 long months in Damascus lobbying for her son's release. The Syrian government assured her he would be home soon.
You had this moment of hope, really.
Oh, it was hope. 100% I thought that he will be released.
But on the day she thought she was taking him home, Fatima arrived at the prison only to be told that her son had committed suicide. She didn't believe it.
So I said, "Sir, say that you killed him. Don't say he committed suicide."
For Fatima, these peace talks are a chance to confront the Syrian government again.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I want the answers though, so that I can sleep peacefully, ma'am. I can't sleep.
But Swiss police wouldn't allow her to protest on the sidewalk outside the talks. And Syrian government officials ignored her.
I don't think they will say sorry. But I just want to know how and why they killed him, and did my son knew that he was going to be killed, and what was his last words?
Questions she asked not just for herself, but for tens of thousands of mothers whose sons have suffered the same fate. Clarissa Ward, CBS News, Geneva.